All right, people, what's happening? Big Ed here. I'm doing a little video, and I want to talk about flipping Harleys and parting out Harleys and what have you, or just motorcycles in general. Um, I've done about 3 or 4 bikes now, and I've made a profit on each one that I've done. I'm trying to get better at it, and I'm learning things on the way as I'm doing it. But one thing I like to do is I like to make a list beforehand. I'll take a piece of paper and I'll write exhaust, cylinder heads, uh, engine block, crankshaft, frame, wheels. I make a list of about everything on a motorcycle, and then I look on eBay all the time and see what stuff is going for. You can't go by that though, because a lot of stuff on eBay is way overpriced. In reality, yeah, sooner or later you might get one of them prices, but for the most part, you're not going to get what they. You hear people say, "Oh, they're going for $500 on eBay," but in reality, that thing might only be you might actually only get like $250 for whatever it is. But yeah, I'm still in the process of parting out the Road King that I got that found out that it had water damage. So I've been farting around with it. I sold the frame. I bought the bike for $1,000. I sold the frame for 300. The tins, which is the gas tank and the hard bags, I sold them all together because they were all same color and pretty good condition. Um, Sold them for 400 and the wheels for 200. Um, I was actually thinking about keeping that bike until I found that it had water in the motor, and a lot of people, you know, tell me sorry about your luck and everything. You know, it was kind of a hit to me. I knew I was still going to make money on it, um, but I could have made more money if it wouldn't have been a flood bike. The frame I could have got $500-600 for. The wheels I could have got 150, 200. Everything I could have got more money for. Um, Transmission, all kinds of stuff. But this transmission, I'm actually I wanted that bottom piece over there, the pan, because Gypsy's got one, but it's stripped right here. My 93 Electric Glide, it's got the same pan. So Gypsy's is stripped, well, almost stripped. If just, I have to just snug it real lightly, and it doesn't leak. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can sell, but you make your list and then put what the lowest that you think you're going to take for something. Like the forks, I see them going for 400 to $750 on eBay, but in reality, you're only going to get 200 or 300 bucks. Yeah, you could probably wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. I've seen a set very, very, very similar to this set right here on Marketplace for $450, and they've been on there for quite some time. So, yeah, don't go by eBay shit. Like if something's for sale on eBay for say 150 bucks, figure you can probably get about half of what they're asking for. And don't forget, them people gotta they have to figure in their shipping and all that too. That's another thing. I don't do eBay sales. I usually do marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, and or Craigslist, or I go out to swap meet, and they have a swap meet out at the Harley dealership once a month. So I go out there and I sell stuff. One thing I have learned about flipping: do not buy iron heads if you want to flip and try to make some money. Iron heads just they do not have any resale value. And I know I'll probably get some people on there saying, "Oh yeah, well I sold one for this price," and yeah, that's about all I got to say on that. um, if you buy an iron head, buy it to see. I had actually bought this bike to build, and now I've kind of lost interest in it, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'll never get back what I put into it, but so I may go ahead and keep this, and one of these days try to finish the build. But yeah, you can or this is even if you wasn't planning on flipping a bike. Let's say you bought a bike pretty cheap and you get it home and the bike didn't run when you went to look at it, but it was a good price. And oh shit, the motor's fucked up or something. Excuse my language. I'm trying to cut back on my cussing. So Lord, forgive me. Sometimes it just comes out. Anyways, yeah, say you bought a bike and it's got a bad motor. Well, it's not the end of the world because you can still turn around and flip it. If it's got a title, you can sell the frame. Usually you can get $300 to $500 for frames. Some frames, that one bike that I had here, the Softail, I sold the Softail, the frame and the wheels and the front end. I got $1,200 for that, and the motor I sold separately for $1,000, and then other stuff I parted out, oil tanks and stuff like that. So I did good on that bike. But like I said, if I sell that bike right there, I would lose money. I didn't buy that bike to flip. That's the first problem. But yeah, stuff like transmissions. So I would tell you if you're gonna flip bikes, try to stay with a certain type of bikes. I like the Evos. I do really good with Evo stuff. You got fenders and chain clutch assemblies and clutch hubs and inner outer primaries and kickstands and carburetors and air cleaners, and there's all kinds of stuff, seats and handlebars, and even the controls. People buy the controls, and you got the transmission, you got wheels. But start researching and see what stuff is worth, and in reality what you think you might be able to get. It's like on wheels. The wheels I just got rid of were $100 each, but I usually ask like $150 at swap meets, and I get taken down to about $125. The hard bags for the electric glide that I parted out, those are usually $75 each. So yeah, you got hard bags, you got fenders. But if you got a whole set that's all the same color and everything, try to sell the whole set as a whole package deal. I don't like to split them up. I had several people asking me on the Road King for the hard bags. I don't like to do that. I don't like to split them up because then it makes the rest of the stuff harder to sell. And you got stuff like this. Those can go for $50 to $100. Exhaust. Just a lot of stuff that you can do. And this probably works with, like, other bikes. I try to get the bike around. I don't like to go over $1,500, but if it's like $2,000 or something, the parts better be really good. Another thing you want to look out for is the rust. Now, that Road King had a lot of rust on the chrome stuff, but the gas tank and all that stuff was in really good shape. And I just missed out on two bikes the other day. One was $1,000 and one was $500, but it was up towards Jacksonville. So $1,500, I could have had two Harley Evos minus titles. The owner said that the titles got burned up in a fire, but I was gonna message them, but this truck is getting kind of old, and I don't want a chance driving all. That's like two and a half hour ride for me, and my tires ain't that great on this truck. I only use this thing for going to the dump or going to a swap meet. Swap meet's like 45, 50 miles away. But I wish I would have got them, because I could have doubled my money for sure. Walked away with $1,500 or $2,000. But if you buy a bike and it doesn't run, and you were thinking that you were going to get it running, but something major is bad with it, just part it out. I think a lot of times you do better parting out a bike than selling it outright. It takes more time, but you still get your money back, and maybe then some. That Road King that I'm working on right now got $100 more to go, and I'll be broke even. I'll still have a lot of parts. Some of the parts are backups for Gypsy right there. And I'm still maybe selling Gypsy, because, like I said, I'm trying to want to get to where I only have the Road King up in the porch over there, and this bike, and the stupid iron head. Iron heads are cool, but I'd like to get another shovel head, but a chopper. Something real basic and simple to work on to go short distances. We'll see how this baby comes out and how I like it whenever I'm done. And if she don't meet my needs, she might be hitting the road too. But anyways, this video is getting kind of long. I just wanted to give y'all some tips on selling stuff. Like I said, your main think in your head when you're buying something. Try to keep it around $1,000 to $1,500. If you can get something for $700, $800. Sometimes people will have a bike. They say it doesn't run. It might be something simple with the carburetor that you can fix just like that, but they might think it's something major, so they sell it for $750, and it's a diamond in the rough. You get it home, rebuild the carburetor, get it running. You could just resell it and double your money and not even have to part it out. But I'm just giving y'all some options, if any of y'all run into a situation like that or you're looking to get into it. Everything's sellable. Horns, everything, controls, grips, everything's sellable. All right, people. Peace out. Catch you on the flip side. Oh, by the way, Paul Sr. from American Choppers, he's took my peace out. He's got a shirt now. It's got peace out on the back with a damn you, Paul. Later, people.